Hello friends. Many had asked me the reasons why I could not clear this exam. So this video I thought I would make it in a sense that what were the mistakes I did, what went wrong, or the reason. So for example, even I would like to know the reason why I could not clear this exam after 8 mains and 6 interviews. Yes. So this video will be about the search for the answer for the question of why I could not clear. And yesterday the prelims result had come, so I thought of making this video today so that it might be useful for anyone who is watching. So let us go into the video. So the story starts in 2014, and it was a long ago, so long ago, nobody knows how long ago. That was the year when the syllabus was changed. So for the paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4 we have right now, it was changed in that year. And I wrote the mains well, and the interview call came. And when the interview call comes, you should see the excitement in people's face, in the sense that they'll think that you have become an IAS officer. There will be so many congratulations, there will be so many things, good messages will come. So the point is that they'll think that this guy is going to become an IAS officer, is going to come in that car with the red beacon very soon. But we would know, for example, we have been selected in 3000 and we have to come in 1000, and in that 200 only IAS. So this we will know, and that scared me. And not only that, and many had asked the reasons why I could not clear. One was fear, especially, and not all, but some mock interviews, they really drain your confidence. And the way they conduct that mock interview is not the way it happens in UPSC. Because I can say it with so much of confidence, because I have been inside that hall 6 times. I have been inside that UPSC Dolpur house 6 times. I know how they treat the chairman. For example, the chairman will be so high powered people, vice admiral, air chief marshal, foreign secretary. Many of the IAS top secretaries will be there. They will treat you as their juniors, so they will treat us like their juniors. But mock interviews, no. So anyways, leave that aside. So all the mock interviews gave the false notion of all these stress and scary things. I was scared even to talk one word. They'll be saying this word you should not say, that word you should not say. It's not like that. It's a very simple conversation. You can talk anything to them, unless and until you don't have use any unparliamentary words. It is okay to use whatever word you want. You can have a very casual conversation and come. And I have seen that happen in the hall as well. But leave that aside. But I was scared. Yes, I did not score well. And and the point was that interview, I went in the first phase. So the interview started on one day. Actually, the second day was 2000. So for example, the first time Arvind Kejriwal became a CM, first time, the first time he was chosen as a CM, the election was on that day. So that next day I went for the interview. So I went for the interview. Then the point was that is what I couldn't clear, and I did not have a good score in the interview. But okay, so and I waited for 2 3 months for the interview process to get over. So it got over, and again the results came, and I could not clear. And many and some of my friends also came, and they also could not clear that year. So that is what preliminary examination. So once you go to the interview, again the time period for studying preliminary examination will be very less. And it so happened, again I studied, again preliminary examination, it got cleared. And this year got cleared for forestry as well. So both, so preliminary examination, as you might know, the top, so if you have gotten a higher cutoff means you can write forestry as well. That year I got cleared, and my friend also got cleared, and another friend also got cleared. In that year, if so happens that at that year and all, we used to actually register along with everyone. That is, all our friends will be in one room, we'll have laptops together, and we will register. And what will happen is that, as a result of which our roll numbers will be together. I do not know whether it can be done now, but at that time, yes, we used to do that, and our roll numbers came very in a sequential order. For example, my number was first, then Harris was there. Harris is the IAS which I spoke about in the previous video. But anyways, he is my friend. He is an IAS in Chhattisgarh. And behind him was MBG Kannan. He is an Indian Forest Service officer in Kerala. What happened was, this we did, and forestry came. So at that time, what happened was, forestry used to be before mains, UPSC mains. And why? The point, what happened was, as a result of which many would skip forestry mains. They would be like, no, no, I have to concentrate on UPSC mains, and hence I am skipping forestry mains. As a result, many would not write forestry mains. That is why UPSC has now changed the pattern. Now you write UPSC exam, then you write the forestry exam, because of the pattern which was mismanaged at that time. But more so happened, we decided we will write. Job is a job, Indian Forest Service or whatever job. It's a job. So we'll write for that exam, and we prepared very well. And three of us prepared. So all three, we sat together and prepared. But anyways, what we prepared, I do not know. But anyways, we prepared and we went and we wrote. And after that, yes, we left it. After that, mains came. So UPSC mains. In that mains, we decided that last time we have gone for interview, we missed it by a very narrow margin. This time we have to be very confident and write very thoroughly. And what I did was, yes, earlier and all, for example, my mains mark used to be essay good, GS good, but the option which I chose, it was geography. It did not help me well. And that is the point. Another next mistake is that fear was the first one. Second is choosing an option which suits you. See, no option is bad. An option which suits you is the good thing. That you have to be very careful. Anyways, that option did not suit me. But anyways, I used to write. I used to write. I used to study. I used to have, for example, geomorphology one book, oceanography one book, climatology one book. Each chapter I had one book. So 20 chapter, 10 chapters here, 10 chapters in second paper. I used to have one book. But the point, what happened, I could not score marks. On that year, on that year, I managed to do well. Okay, on that year, I managed to do well. And the next day, so after optional, next day was the regional language paper. Regional language for me, I studied in Kendra Vidyalaya, so it was Hindi for me. And it so happens, see, whatever, how much ever you study, so Hindi, how much ever you study, it's not like mother tongue, I have studied Hindi from my kindergarten, so LKG, UKG. From then I studied in Kendra Vidyalaya, so I studied from a young age till now, but still I find it very hard. But what happened was, then yes, I have to prepare for my mains. I did prepare for my mains. But next day, when I last day of the mains, and I was starting from my home to the mains hall, Harris called. Harris, one of the friend who rode behind me, he called. He said the forestry results have come. I was so happy. So what happened? So we cleared. Forestry we cleared. So I was like, okay. Then I started thinking, Indian Forest Service officer. We are going to go to the national park. We are going to go to this park. We are going to go to that forest. Like that, I started dreaming, and I came to that examination hall. And on the examination hall, usually that is what I will be very careful in Hindi. Writing Hindi, I'll be very careful on that day. I'll start practicing home and on the hall also. Before going to the hall, I'll practice words and go. On the day, that is what I was thinking about. Okay, Forest Service, this national park, that national park, we'll go there. Okay, so tour. So that kind of mode I started. What happened was, the paper was very tough on the day. For example, many of the regional language paper for Marathi and all, they had to give clarification in the night immediately. So the papers were very tough. Hindi was tough, Tamil was tough, every regional paper was tough. But something I managed, and I wrote. But then again, as I told you, the forestry result had come. So what happened was, I then we went for the interview. And third mistake was, I really was not good in interview or talking in interview. It so happened that I was good in I thought I could study better, rather than tell that person what I study. This was a mistake. This I should have corrected. And it so happened, yes, I couldn't clear the forestry exam, but MBG Kannan cleared both. MBG Kannan is an officer in that batch only. So he's an IFS officer in that batch only. And Harris did clear. uh, but the point was that we were expecting, that was not the thing which we were expecting. We were expecting IAS officer. So we were waiting for that result. And in that year, what happened, there was a case in Supreme Court, as a result of which the result were postponed. So the result should have been out by February end. So we wrote in November something, and the result should have come by February end, but it get postponed. And every week we used to get updates. So it will come in March first week. No, it did not come. March second week, it did not come. March third week, no, it did not come. March the final week of March, it is going to come. It did not come. And April first week, it will come. Definitely come. This Baya who is in this Baya who is in the insider of UPSC has told that it will come, but it did not come. But I remember the day it came. It was April 12th. April 12th. My friend Balaji, who is in IRS, he called me that day. He said that the results have come, PDFs have been uploaded. Please check your number. This was the, I said, Balaji, I do not know whether the results came. He was like, don't panic. You please check the number. I was driving the bike, so I was talking to him while driving, and it was raining also. I remember that day. And I came and I stopped the bike and I came to a shop so that I can see the number. So I opened the PDF and I saw the numbers. And as I said, Harris was here and MEG was here. So I knew their numbers. So our numbers were consecutive numbers. And I saw the PDF and I saw Harris's number, MEG's number, but my number was not there. And the rain dropped, it actually dropped in that place. The place where the number should have been, the drop was there. I was just staring at that, whether the number is there or not, but number was not there. I really did not know the answer. I really did not know what was the answer. I just wanted to scream and ask what was the reason. That is what is happening now, right? So many would want your prelims mark. Now they would not release the mark. The marks would be released in the end of the this cycle. Same thing happened for me. I was like, I went for the interview, I did everything well, I did forestry, and then I have written so well this time. What was the reason? I did not know. And 1 month went, so it went March, April, June, July. April got finished, then June got finished, and after that, the one nice thing happened. One nice thing was, Harris became an IAS officer. He is in Chhattisgarh right now, posted, and he became in that year only. So it was a good thing. So we were happy. Then we were waiting for the results. What could have been the reason mains did not come? Then one day someone said the results have come, then you go check the marks. Then I went and checked the mark, and there was a two line only. No, nothing was there. Two lines only. No marks were there. Two lines. As you are not qualified for your regional language paper, your papers have not been evaluated. I was stunned. He was stunned in the sense that, see, I went to the mains hall every day. I went to the mains hall. I wrote those answers. I prepared those answers. All the things which I wrote, it does not mean if I fail also okay. Okay, if I fail also okay. But the word read that it has not been evaluated. In the sense, at least those papers should have been evaluated. At least that is what I thought. At least they should have seen the paper what I wrote, because I wrote nicely that year. With power, the essay which I wrote was, with power comes a responsibility. Not the Batman, the Spider-Man movie. It's a very nice quote. I wrote very well that essay. I still remember that essay, but that essay has not been evaluated. But anyway, so then the marks I saw. The mark was 2 marks. In Hindi or the regional language paper, I had to get 2 marks plus. And this was something really, see, 2 marks, we think that 2 marks, what is this 2 marks going to make a difference? But it did make a difference. It did make a difference in the sense that my papers were not evaluated, and it really broke me. So I was, I think, a little young at that time. I was energetic, and I had gone to the interview, and this time I thought I would get service. But after that, I broke down, and then I started touching 30, or I was 29. Okay, I was going in 29. I started panicking because I had two goals in life, only two goals in life. Before 30, I should get a job. Okay, before 30, I should get a job. Second, I should have a girlfriend or a marriage. Okay, something in the personal thing. But the point was that neither was happening. So both of them were not happening. I was touching 29, and in the personal life also I tried, but that also did not, I could not do anything in that. But anyways, the point was that then I started, okay, at least job I have to, because 30, I was becoming 30, I was going to get 30. This 2 marks I left it behind, and then I started writing all the exam in that year. For example, I wrote SBA PO, SBA clerk, RBA, NABARD, SSC, Group 1, and some more exams, and UPSC also. And in UPSC, I decided one fact. I have to change the mistake that I did. So geography was not something which I was comfortable. So I have to change it. So I changed it. That is when I changed it into anthropology. So and anthropology also, I decided no coaching. Okay, I will study myself. I will study for myself, and I will make whatever mistakes I want. And as a result of which, I have gone for interview subsequently. Anyways, that is a different story. But the point, what happened was, so I changed the option. So I had to read it again, and I had all these exams. So every week exam. Okay, every week I'll go SBA exam, RBA exam, some exam. But the SBA PO mains I could not clear. RBA also mains I could not clear. NABARD I went for interview. So I went to Bombay for interview, but that also did not happen. And Yes, so group 1 mains I wrote. So group 1 prelims, yes, cleared, and mains I wrote. That also did not happen. And there was a SBI clerk. Okay, SBI clerk. See, no job is demeaning, or no job is less. My point was that I was turning 30. I have to get a job. This was the point. So SBA clerk I wrote. I thought I will get a job somehow. I was happy because mains also I wrote. In that, no interviews there, only prelims and mains. Prelims I cleared, mains I wrote. I was happy. Okay, I wrote well. But the point was that again there was a problem. There was a case in Supreme Court or something. The results get postponing in SBA clerk. Again, the results did not come early. And I remember that day. I remember that day because that day was because Diwali is going to come in a few days, and that day was Diwali. Okay, that day was Diwali, and or the next day was Diwali. The results came in the night. I still remember seeing that, and I could not clear that. I could not clear SBA clerk, and it was 1 mark. It was not 2 marks. Actually, it was 1 mark. I was like, 1 mark. How 1 mark? I was literally the whole night, See, I watched that night, actually, from the night it came, from 10:30 it came, it became morning, and it became Diwali. Okay, everyone started cracking. And my birthday, or the 30th birthday. So 30th, I was turning 30. The 30th birthday was in 2-3 days. It was nearer to Diwali on that year. But the point was that the day came, and I was seeing what have I done. So because see, UPSC is not happening, okay, but at least other exams not happening, okay. SBA clerk, I thought it will happen, it is not also happening. But then I thought, okay, so but the point was that yes, that is why I like UPSC so much. No, I have written every exam possible, but UPSC is the only exam which will clear for me. So again, mains cleared. So again, mains cleared, and that means also, for example, I made a mistake in the sense that that year mains was the year when Dr. Jayalalitha died. She died on, I think, December 5. December 5 was paper 1 and paper 2, GS paper 1 and GS paper 2. We were finishing and we were coming out, and there was a news that 5:30, by 5:30 there was a news that she had died, and everyone started panicking, and I also started panicking. Next day was GS paper 3 and paper 4. And what I did in that panic is that, because I was scared that they will not let me go to that examination center, but nothing of that sort happened. But because of I was scared, I went to the examination hall at 6 a.m. in the morning. 6 a.m. in the morning. Already 3 4 days you would not have slept for essay, GS paper 1 3. You have to take a little rest, otherwise it is not possible. But going at 6 o'clock in the morning, not sleeping in the night, this is what happened. But because I was in a panic, I went. Paper 3 I wrote well. Paper 3 I wrote well, but paper 4 I was not really. Even opening my eyes was a tough thing on that day. But anyways, I managed. I think I cleared, and I went for interview. I went for the interview, and the interview went well. Interview was good, but the point was that then I came back, and again the interview we have gone, and again so I was waiting for the result, and the results came, and it did not work out. I was like, "Poda." Ah, so I will not write this exam again. So many kept asking, for example, many kept asking why I wrote all these times, or how many times I wrote this exam. The point is that I did not want. Okay, on the day I decided that this was the end. Okay, so 2016 or 17, I decided this is the end. No, no more examination, no more UPSC, because I had already turned 30. So already turned 30, and my two goals. Okay, two goals in personal and career was not happening. Okay, we'll do something and we'll manage. So I was like, I'm not going to write this exam. Then I think I was watching some movie. I think it was Pirates of the Caribbean. I was watching that movie in a theater, and the results came. My friend showed me the result. See, this is the result which has come. I was like, okay, this is the mark. Okay, okay, chalo. But the thing is that he said, please look at the mark again. I said, why? And he said, this mark is 2 mark less than the cutoff. That is, I 2 marks was less again. I was really shocked in the sense. But the point was that then I didn't watch the movie. Then I came out, and I remember calling Chandrasekhar. So he's an IAS now. We met at the interview. So he was in service already. He was in service already, some railway traffic service or personal service. So I wanted to call him and make sure that 2 marks was enough to go into the reserve list. So I called him, and he said that it's a possibility. Then again I called Shankar sir. So the late Shankar sir, I called him, and I asked him whether it's a 2 marks it is there. Is it possible to come to the reserve list? He said yes, it is possible. Then I became happy. Then the examination which I said was not going to happen. Then I was like, Shankar sir said, why to waste this attempt? You write it, reserve list will come, but you write it. Then again, I think 15 days were left from the day till prelims. 15 days. I was so tired, so I don't want to write this exam. No exam, no more exam. But again, the point was that I had to write. Again, 15 days I studied. Again, I wrote prelims and again cleared. Then I wrote mains. And that mains was the year, for example, there was an IPS. He was caught cheating. That was the year. And I was really thinking, see, the examination he cheated, or the job, he was an IPS. The job he cheated is the job I am aspiring for all these years. I have given every year possible for that job only. But okay, anyways, people have different opinions and different things on their life. Mad at that time, anyways, seeing that. Anyways, then the point was that I cleared. So mains cleared. Then I went for the interview, and the interview went again well. And again, I was waiting for the result. Again, I was waiting for the result, and this time, what happened was, this time I was really scared to be at home. So they said that the results were going to come. So I immediately ran to Marina Beach. I immediately ran to Marina Beach in the morning itself. 11 o'clock, I ran. What happened was, because I was scared. And 11 o'clock, they said it will come. 11:30, they said it will come. It did not come. 12, they said it will come. No. 1, they said it will come. No, it did not come. I was sitting there in Marina Beach, and I was literally praying, literally praying that the last rank, okay, only one rank. See, not even last rank, reserve list last rank. Okay, see, I have given all these years one job, last one job. That was the point. I swear this is what I was praying on that day. But anyway, 2 o'clock it did not come, 3 o'clock it did not come, four, no. But by the time of 5, 6, family started to come. No one was there earlier, but 5, 6 families started to come. And by 6 o'clock, I thought the results would come, but 6:15 it came, and the crowd was so much, and I was really praying. But 6:15, my friend called, and he said that the number was not there. And I remember that moment, so from that beach, Marina Beach, till the place where I have kept the bike, I had to walk. And that walk, I still remember that walk. I see, because the point was that I did not want to meet anyone, I did not want to tell anything to anyone. I was, I did not know what I was going to say, what I was going to tell my parents, what I was going to tell my friends, whether I'm going to tell them, okay, this year also I'm not going to clear. I was walking so slow, that beach, and you can think that I was whether the beach sand was the reason, or whether I could not walk with all these results. I did not know. But I came outside, and I could not even see anyone. See anyone face to face. All these years have gone, and again the results have not come. Last time 2 marks it came. 2 marks it did not come. This time it had to come. But how it did not come, I did not know. Then again I left it. Then again, the days went, and the marks came again. Marks came again. I saw the marks again. I swear this was the mark. Um, the cutoff was there, and it was less than 2 marks. Again 2 marks. See, I was literally, in the sense that, see, ஒரு நிலைக்கு போவாங்க, okay. In the sense, I was like, what is happening? So the point, then I left. Then again 15 days. Then again prelims I wrote. The point was that no more. Okay, I what to be scared. I was already old, old in the sense above 30. So I was already above 30. Nothing was going to happen. Okay, the last setup we'll give, whatever happens, let it happen. So again I wrote. Then again prelims came, and then mains I wrote. And the prelims, or the mains also came. Then the interview result, interview was March 23rd. March 23rd, 2020. March 23rd, 2020, strangely, was one other thing. Corona came, okay? So the point was that March 23rd was my interview. So I went to the interview, or Delhi, I went March 20th itself, because March 19th, I received a mail from UPSC. Your interview has not been cancelled. Only your medical examination due to Corona has been cancelled. You have to attempt the interview on March 23rd. So I took the flight on the morning of 2020, and I went to Delhi. Okay, I went to Delhi, and then I opened the mobile to book a cab, to go to the place. And there was a mail, and there were so many messages asking where I was, to come back again. Okay, what I was like, date last interview, last interview. I'll finish this and come. But the point, then the mail read, mail from UPSC read, because of Corona, your interview has been cancelled. You have to please go back. I was like, see, I was like, literally, sir, this is my last interview. Okay, if you finish this interview, there is a story, there is a story of Vedalam, where Vedalam, there is a ghost which gets into the shoulders of a king, it weighs him down. Like that, I was literally thinking, please take this UPSC off me. It was literally weighing me down. I could not do anything else in life. I could not even think of anything else in life. So I wanted to get off this, whether clear or not clear, get off this. But the point was that, no, you have to go back again. So again I was like, okay, say, oh, chalo. Then I called my friend. I was like, Corona happened, I guess interview is cancelled, so I have to come. So I asked him to book a flight again. So I came out of Delhi terminal, and then I took a left. Then I took a lift. Then I went back again to that departure for Chennai. But there, for example, I was like, it was a fact that From morning I did not eat anything, but everyone was so scared. My friend was like, don't remove that mask, corona will come. But I was really hungry. So then what I did, I took a Coca-Cola and one chips, and that was the costliest Coca-Cola and costliest chips I have ever eaten, in the sense that I have ever eaten. I have ever eaten, So the point was that I went from Chennai to Delhi, and then I went to this departure where I had this costliest Coca-Cola, costliest the chips, because I had to spend so much of money for coming to Delhi, and then I had to go back to Chennai again. So then I went again, and in that Corona time, many had actually, for example, many had so many. I personally know many had so many personal losses. Many had to walk long distance. So troubling, so troubling time that was. But equally, it was troubling for me as well. I was sitting at home. I was thinking, because I had to get this off. This examination, when was the result? When was the interview? Everyone kept asking. I did not know. This was the last attempt, then yes, but I kept reading, I kept thinking about this exam. But the last interview, I was not scared. What was the point in being scared? I did not know. Everyone was like, interview, you should not see. This is the point which happens, right? In my first interview, I still remember that first interview. I should have done it well. I should not have been scared, I should not have been scared of talking anything. So many keep saying this word you should not say. You should talk like this. You should talk like that. You talk like what you want. Okay? You talk like what you want. They will like you for who you are. They are not going to just, see, in interview, I will tell maybe more while discussing interview, I'll tell. But anyways, leave that. I was not scared. But again, I think the results came on August 4. August 4, one of my student, he messaged me, and the message read, "Sorry, sir." And I knew that moment. I knew that moment that I woke up very late. So 11:30 I woke up when I saw. I knew that the whole thing, so all this drama that I uh, did end on that day. End on that day. All the years which I started preparing, nearly 12, 11, 12 years, 12 years. Yes, 12 to 13 years. And the dream of 20 years. So I started maybe 2000 or something. I wanted to be an IPS officer, seeing Vijay Kumar sir's IPS, he's one of the very finest officers of Tamil Nadu, Vijay Kumar IPS sir. But 20 years passed, and 10 years I have been preparing. But on the day I knew that it was not going to happen. But I thought it was the end. I thought it was the end. I thought the whole thing ended. But no, that is not the end of the story. That was not the end of the story. But then that is what. Then I never wanted to teach. Okay, never wanted to teach. Never wanted to teach UPSC. But people kept, people asked, one person and all asked, why you are saying all this now? Okay, you could have told at that time. At that time I did not want, because I wanted to clear this exam, I wanted to get a job, I wanted to get married and go away, but the point was that did not happen. When it did not happen, I had to come here only. Where would I go? This is what I knew. Okay, UPSC is what I know, and that is what I did. And many would see, and again, next thing, many would actually romanticize this. If it did not happen, uh, all these attempts, what will happen? See, do not romanticize that, or do not think. Many would say, "Ah, that's it, nothing, that's it." See, what, how many attempts you take, or you take one attempt, two attempt, or you don't, after two attempt you go, or three attempts you go, or four attempts you clear, it does not make a difference. It does not make a difference. At the end of the day, it is a job. At the end of the day, it is a job. You have to go every morning. You have to go, get up, wake up, go. Okay, and they will pay you a salary. It's a job. So do not romanticize that too much. Okay, it's a good job. I accept it, but do not romanticize that. If you are not doing well, okay, you will have your life, and if you get the job also, okay. And I think Chelian Anna, he was the person who first, when I came, he was the person who told me what was UPSC. I'll tell you what he said. So if you clear this exam, your life will be good. And if you are not able to clear this exam, your life will be very good. Okay. So with that, I think, I hope this is the reason. So many had asked me what was the reason for taking all these attempts, why I failed. So this was the reason. I hope I made some information clear. And thank you and all the best.